Well, we have been hearing a lot about this new retirement mortgage, and it got us to wondering kind of what it is, what it's all about, and how people can prepare for their retirement with their mortgage.
That's right. And here to break it all down, we got once again Chad Hartsfield joining us. Thanks for being here, Chad.
Thank you guys for having me back. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
course.
So what can you tell us? It's a mortgage that's specifically for seniors in our community. Can we touch on that for a
Oh,
sec?
of course. Yeah. What I laugh is they call it new retirement mortgage.
Right.
It's not really new. It started back in 1961. An employee of a savings and loan company had his high school football coach passed away. And he noticed that his wife was having a hard time making mortgage payments. But they had a lot of equity in their house. And so he said, how can I take that equity out and make the payments for her? And so the reverse mortgage was born. And so that gained a lot of popularity across the nation.
As it would.
Yeah. And so lenders and banks and credit unions started doing reverse mortgages, but there weren't a whole lot of guidelines around that.
Okay.
And so it was kind of the wild, wild west for a little while.
Yeah. So that leads in, like, what guidelines are in place to protect and help those widows? And is it a good choice for those who have lost a spouse?
Oh, yes. So let's go back to 80s, 90s when the cell phones came out. They were a big brick cell phone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, not many features at all. And so they were bulky. They were hard to get a signal on.
Yeah.
They were expensive to use, so you didn't use them because of the cost. And same way with the reverse mortgage. They were confusing, they were expensive, and they were the loan of last resort. And so FHA and HUD came along and said, hey, this is a popular product. We want to put guidelines around that where lenders charge the same fees, same rate across the nation. That way it's open to everybody and fair to everybody.
I like that.
Yeah, and what's nice about it is they put in a disbursement mechanism so they can draw a line of credit at closing, or they can do a lump sum at closing, or they can do a combination of both of those. Yeah.
Okay, they've got some options.
They got some options, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
What about equity? Are they limited in what they can do with cash?
What they can do with that equity?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is no limits, it's their cash. Yeah, so what we see is a lot of spouses taking that money and paying for long-term care costs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, paying for nurses' aides to come in and help them to stay in the home for a longer time. I don't know if we have time, but you got one story.
Yeah, we'd love
It
the
just
story.
happened. It just happened.
Yeah.
So we had a couple that called in and said they want to learn more about the reverse mortgage, right? And so we said, okay, so what's going on? So we've got a son that's doing well. He doesn't want our house, and he doesn't need the money from the house. So when we pass away, he's going to give that house to the grandchildren.
Okay.
So they can sell it and
Pass
divide
it on.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
split up the money. So I said, why don't we do this? Why don't we take the money now and give it to the grandchildren so you can see what happens with it while you're here?
That's a good idea,
Yeah. So
right?
so we talked back and forth. He said, I'm going to put a caveat in place. They have to take that money, but they have to use that as a down payment for their new house. Yeah.
Okay.
And so the 3 grandchildren bought new houses with the money. So they got to see that enjoyment while they're still here.
Oh.
That's
So,
amazing.
yeah,
That's
it was
so
a great story.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
love
a great
that.
story.
That is really neat. So, okay, curious about, like, do folks have, like, payment on that home equity withdrawal, and what is that payment if they've got one?
Oh, yeah, exactly. So the home equity conversion mortgage or the reverse mortgage
Yeah.
is designed for people 62 and above. At least one borrower has to be 62. So if they're 62 and above, there's no payment required on that home equity withdrawal.
Okay.
Now, they can make payments, but it's not required. What is required is the payment of their homeowner's insurance, their taxes, and of course, any HOA fees that they might have.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's say our viewers right now are interested in learning more, or maybe just want to reach out to you because they have some questions in this field. What's the best way to do that, Chad?
So they can go to mygoldenjourney.com or give us a phone call. Be glad to talk through those options for them, like we did with the gentleman who helped their grandkids.
Yes.
Awesome.
No, I love that. I love that
Yeah.
story that you brought that to us today. That's really kind of heartwarming.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
Chad, I always feel smarter after talking to you, too. I'm like, yes, I know about home equity.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes. Thanks to our pro in the field, Chad.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
Well, happy early Father's Day to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you. And we appreciate Fairway Mortgage as always
Yes,
for
we
sponsoring
do.
these segments.